Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of this data analysis training. My name is Stanley and I'm the founder of Stanalytics, and in today's video we're talking about R programming, specifying on data structures in R programming, and under data structures we're focusing on homogeneous datasets and heterogeneous datasets, and we'll be focusing on lists and vectors respectively categorized under their categories. So what is an homogeneous dataset? An homogeneous dataset refers to a data structure in R when where all elements are of the same data type. That is, for example, you can try to specify that all the elements are going to be numeric, or they are going to be a string variable, or a string variable, or they can try to be a boolean value. And whereas heterogeneous dataset is the opposite, they can be assigned more than one data type or data structure. So moving on, we've given examples under the homogeneous and heterogeneous datasets, focusing on the list and the vectors like I've said. So in the first example, under the homogeneous dataset, we're creating a list. Our first sample list category we'll be creating. Sorry, we're creating a vector because a vector is an homogeneous dataset. So okay. So to create a vector, so you can see notice the arrow where the arrow is pointing to, indicating that this anything I want to write here is being assigned to this particular part. So we're going to be starting with creating a numeric list, a numeric vector. To do that, we just write samples like I've written. It's more like the first example. So write C, then 1, 2, and 3. So I want to, for creating a numeric vector and homogeneous. So okay. So you can see that it has been created. So to check the data type of this particular vector if created, checking the data type, all we just have to do is write str and the variable name sample. So the meaning of str means structure. That means structure of the list of the vector we created. So it's going to give you numeric. Now creating a string data set. So sample underscore 2, or let's name it as car name instead. Car name, instead of giving it an imaginary, instead of naming it samples, you can just use name of a particular thing. So we can use Benz, and like we've done in SQL. Sorry, whenever we are coding a string variable, we need to insert the quotation mark. It implies in every coding aspect. So we can Venza and Ford. So to check the data type as well, do the same. So up next, I'm going to move into heterogeneous data sets in R programming. Yeah, so I don't feel the need to start writing the definition, because you've actually known that it's more like the opposite of homogeneous, where homogeneous stores one single data type. As you can see here, that all of these are actually one data type, string variables and numeric variables respectively. Heterogeneous stores more than one specific data type, and an example of an heterogeneous data structure is a list in R. So I'm going to showing us how to create a list. Yeah, so when creating a list, you have to write lists before writing our code. And you can see that this list particularly contains three different variables: car name, car color, and um car underscore. This has to do with their it's more like a miles per gallon entity, but it's different. So, and each three of those variables have their own different data type, as you can see, matching this definition of an heterogeneous data set. So, and mind you, when you can create a list of one single data set of one single data type, for example, you can try to create a list of only car name. It works as well. But what you're trying to say is that a list is for creating one or more data type on the same on a variable. So when we run this code, for example, okay, we are missing a closing parenthesis. Yeah, so it has been created. Now we can actually view this data set that we've created. This data set we've created, you can actually view. To do that, you just write view and our list name, car underscore list. Then you can see operator still you can do this way, car underscore list. Yeah, so you can actually see it clearly here. Car underscore name, the three values you wrote under the car name, car color, and the car underscore cc. Now let's say you want to select some particular variable only. Like I said, this is car underscore name is a single variable. Car underscore, okay, let me put it this way to make it less confusing. Car underscore name is a single colon, car underscore color is another single colon, and car underscore cc is another single colon. Now let's say you want to select colors individually. We are going to be using what is called the pipe operator. So to use that, you just have to write the list name first, then write Ctrl Shift M to create a pipe operator, then car underscore name, and run the code. Okay, it doesn't work that way, so we are going to and use it to parentheses. Okay, yeah, we can also do it manually such that you can like car underscore list, then use the dollar sign, and it's going to bring out each of the columns. I was trying to use pipe operator, but I started to feel like pipe operator doesn't work on list values. So you can actually select your calculus, and you can see it has already brought out the three values entered on the particular list. So I hope you understood everything so far. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.